Welcome to our series on South Meadows.
Today we're going to talk about the housing market numbers for August 2023 in South Meadows, and then we're also going to compare it to the Reno numbers as well.
So let's comparatively look at what's happening in South Meadows. Let's dive in. So let's take a look at what a house looks like in South Meadows in August 2023. We got the numbers right in front of us. Let's go.
All right, so 43 homes were sold in South Meadows, and the median sales price was $719,000.
Pretty comparative to the list price of $725,000, so not down like 0.5% there. The average sales price, though, was $762,000. And then let's look, what does a house look like?
So in August, the average size home that sold was just over 2,300 square feet. HOA fees average about $105 a month, and the average age of the home is about 7 years.
Yeah, and then the home average took about 17 days to contract. And that's compared to, we go back to 2022 and 2021, where 5 seconds on the market, which was 5 days on the market. You want to contract in 2021. And in 2022 was about 37 days. Last August when everything really started to slow down. And so we sold kind of the numbers over the last couple of years. The numbers are down sales-wise.
Right, if you look at 2021, when the market was really crazy, we sold 57 homes in August.
Right.
Then last year, 46, and we're just down a little bit this year.
Right, and the median sales price from 2022 and 2021 was $694 median compared to $719 this year and $633 back in 2021. And I actually went back to 2020, $469,000. Wow. So that's like almost a 40% gain just in South Meadows over the last couple of years in the median sales price.
So if you're listening to the news and they're saying home prices are crashing and going down, they're not.
Right.
The inventory is limited, which is going to keep the prices up.
Yeah, and I just was reading an article this morning from Pulsenomics. They polled 100 economists, and over the next 5 years, we're supposed to slowly go up about 2.5%, up to 4.8% in 2028. So these numbers are not going down, and this is even with the interest rates being where they are right now.
Right. I think the buyer pool is lower than we've seen in past years. However, I think a lot of buyers, the ones that need to get into a new home, they're willing to buy the home now, pay the interest rate, knowing that when the rates do come down, they can refinance. But the problem is when the rates come down, the home prices are going to go up even faster because there's going to be more competition. So you're better off getting in now, even though maybe it's not your ideal price point, but it's just, things are just going to get more expensive as the rates come down.
Absolutely. And so in 2023, the 43 homes sold, you said last month. And so in Reno, there was 299 total homes sold. Right. So that's about 15% was sold in South Meadows. And the median sales price in Reno was $615 compared to $719 for the South Meadows here. So, I mean, it's amazing now. You're looking at the Reno numbers right now, and we had 610 active listings in Reno right now compared to 943 from last year and 433 back in August 2021.
And the prices were going crazy back in 2021.
So also let's talk about the rents. I mean, you were looking up the rentals around here?
Right now in South Meadows there's 59 homes for rent, and the average rent is $3,100. So if you're thinking, I want to live in South Meadows, but maybe I should rent for a little bit, you really need to look at what you could pay for a mortgage payment, comparing that to rent. And we always like to say, you know what the interest rate on rent is?
100%.
That's right. So you're not building any equity. You're literally just throwing that money away because you're paying for a roof over your head for 1 month.
Right.
And when you're buying a house, that's going towards paying that house off, equity, tax breaks, everything. So it's really something to compare because the rents are not coming down either. They seem to keep going up and up. And it's really where, if you're on the fence about buying or renting, it's time to at least explore your options, right? Yeah,
and it's amazing. I was looking at the active profile in South Meadows right now. There's 68 homes on the market right now, and it blows me away. 515,000 is the low, up to 2.5 million for the high. And so of those 68, there's 51 homes that are under $1 million, and the house looks like a 2016, 2,500 square feet, and the median's about $862,000. Right. So we got a nice neighborhood around here.
Right, very nice in South Meadows. And like you had mentioned, the house prices have gone up a lot, like they have everywhere. In South Meadows, we purchased a home in 2019, and the home has gone up about $300,000.
Yeah, $550,000. It's gone up literally about that 20, 30%, actually about 40%.
So everybody has a lot of equity, and we understand a lot of people, if you're in a good interest rate, you have no need to move, you're going to stay put. But we've talked about when life happens, where you're relocating, your family has outgrown the house, you're going through a divorce, things like that. That's when you need to start looking. And it's nice to know the numbers, to know what you're dealing with, because maybe you love South Meadows, but maybe the price point would be better in another beautiful neighborhood in Reno or Sparks, right?
Absolutely. So, and also one more thing about the condos, not only houses, we do have condos. There's 14 on the market. They average between $439,000 and $795,000. And the $795,000 over a fleur-de-lis are very nice. They got amazing amenities there.
No, they are beautiful. But one thing, when you're looking at condos, look at that HOA cost.
$587.
$587 is a lot of money if you calculate that towards what it would buy you in a home without such a high HOA. Because you're looking at about $6 per thousand. So that is something to think about. Fleur-de-lis is beautiful. They have so many amenities. It's like living in a resort. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
But it is expensive when you add on those HOA fees. But there are condos. Sometimes people think that the condo might be the best way to jump in the market, but once you add on those extra fees, you might be better off with a single family home.
Yeah, you're looking at about $100,000 towards your pay, extra going in there.
So it's good to explore both. You know, don't just narrow in on just one. Really kind of feel out, and you want to get down to what is your payment going to be, right?
That's all that matters.
Because if you get a good payment that you're happy with now, you can just assume that at some point the rates will come down a little bit and you can get an even better payment when you refinance, right?
Absolutely.
So we'll be back next month with more numbers for South Meadows. But in the meantime, check out all the other videos we have on our channel.
There's some amazing things in South Meadows. So call us, DM us, send the pigeon birdie out, whatever you need, the Boylan team's here. So the Boylan's here with a passion to serve, not to sell. We love what we do.
And you will too.